So we have a replica that we can't play. There's a Dispense Justice, which is a very strong card, and will hurt us, most likely, since we have just like the one big creature playing here. Don't really want a Life Staff. I think we're just going to take the Dispense Justice. It's possible to splash it. It's nice to just have it instead of somebody else having it against us. Now we have this off-color mirror number 2. So we have a silver mirror that we can't use. There's a Drake that we're not going to use. There's a Strider Harness, which isn't terrible with our creatures. The big creature plan. Not great. It is a 3-drop equipment. I'm tending towards this Leaden Mirror. I mean, Dark Steel Mirror here, he's only good against non-infect ground creatures, and that's a pretty narrow range. So we're going to go with the Leaden Mirror. More mirrors, get Worm Coil faster. That's kind of the idea. So here we have just a bunch of trash. There's an Exsanguinate and a Bleak Coven if we were going some sort of weird black burn deck or some bullshit. I'm just going to go with Memnite. Not going to run him most likely. He'll be riding the Pine. Carapace Forger did make the wheel. Not a surprise. Carapace Forger seems like the easy pick here. I could take Shape Anew. Not really a card I'm interested in. And for like Constructed, I don't really see the value, so Carapace Forger it is. I probably will end up running him. Now we can take an Untamed Might or a Lifesmith. Lifesmith will work in this deck. We have a lot of Spell Bombs, we have mirrors. We could easily gain us 6 or 9 life in a game, which is nothing to sneeze at against non-infect. Untamed Might's a nice trick, but it works a lot better when your creatures have Infect or Double Strike as it's called. Wow, Glinthawk makes it all the way around. We don't really have anything great to do with the Dais. We can use the Clone Shell, pop Clone Shell with it, get some value out of these mirror late game. Glinthawk is a great card, but we're going to let it go and take this Dais in case we get a Perilous Mirror or something retarded like that. Wow, Spellbomb makes it back. Really late pick, 12th pick Spellbomb. We're not going to let that go. It's pretty crazy. I've 1 to 3 pick Origin Spellbomb many a time. These guys don't respect its power. Alright, pack 3. The Tower of Calamities, card I've seen played, but never played it myself. There's an Arbalest, there's a Grafted Exoskeleton, Galvanic Blast, which is our pick. There's a Chrome Steed, which isn't going to be terrible in our deck. We wouldn't mind getting one a little later. But Galvanic Blast is too good to pass up. It's a removal spell. Does everything we want to do. Tower of Calamities costs infinity. We have a Sylvok replica to blow it up if it's played against us. Okay, we have a Trigon of Rage. Great card. Lifesmith number 2, not what we want to do. There's an Iron Mirror, which wouldn't hurt, especially since we have this triple red card. Leaden Mirror, which would be our second mirror pick after Iron Mirror. I think our pick here is Trigon. This makes all of our creatures much better. Yeah, that's an easy pick. Alright, we're already in thin pickings. There's a Archers for the sideboard. We could use Strider Harness. That card has some potential use. We could go with this Molder Beast. He doesn't look like he'd be terrible since we have a Horizon Spellbomb, Panic Spellbombs, a Dais, a couple of replicas. There's a lot of ways we can use it. We could rare draft this Memoiricide. I don't think that card's worth anything, which is the only reason I'm not going to rare draft it. Otherwise I'd be rare drafting it in a second, since Molder Beast isn't a card I'm excited to play. He's going to be better here than usual, though, since we have 3 mirror, 2 Horizon Spellbomb. So we'll go with the Molder Beast. He's not terrible. Not excited to play him, but we'll end up running him most likely. So there's a Trigon of Thought here. We've already got a lot of 5s. Probably not going to end up running the off-color Trigon plan. Perilous Mirror is a great card. Removal spell. Get some beats in. Got a Trigon of Rage to make it more powerful. That's going to be our pick here. All the rest of this doesn't do anything we want to do. Okay, we have a Gear Grabber, number 2. Already passed up on the first one without a glance. Don't think I'm going to end up grabbing that guy. Only other real pick is the Bloodshot Trainee. We do have a Trigon of Rage, which activates it nicely. There was a grafted exoskeleton going around. It could make it back to us 9th. Seems unlikely, but I think we'll gamble on the Trainee since I know I'm not going to end up running Gear Grabber. It's just not going to happen. Okay, here's a Dark Steel Mirror. There's an Instill Infection, which could kill our mirrors, kill our Volshock replica. We might want to take it away. I mean, I'm almost certainly not going to run Dark Steel Mirror. I could board it in against a Red-Green Dinosaur deck, but we're playing Red-Green Dinosaur. So that makes it a lot less likely. I can grab a Wing Puncture for the sideboard. I think that's probably our best choice, since we might have trouble with the blue deck. We don't have any Wall of Tangle Cord. Don't really have any flyers except our Phoenix. And only a few removal spells. I think the Wing Puncture is an easy pick here. So there's a Flesh Allergy, which answers our bombs. Probably don't want that to be out and about. Telltale Defiance, mediocre sideboard card. Not really what we want to do. All the rest of these are just pretty much filler. We'll just take the Flesh Allergy away. Make it a little harder for them to stop Azuria's Brigade or the Phoenix. That's always nice. So we could have another mirror off color, a Strider Harness, a Carapace Forger number 2, Trigon Amending, or the Dark Slick Shore. I'm just going to take this Dark Slick Shore for my block constructed play, which is non-existent. Probably will be non-existent, but you know, maybe this will be worth a couple tickets someday. So there's a Plains. We could take a second Viridian Revel. There's a Withstand Death. I think the Viridian Revel, the match is good in. It wouldn't hurt to have 2. We don't have a Shatter, which is unfortunate. We do have 1 Silbok replica, no Slice and Twain. It's not going to be as good as it could be, but we're going to take it for the potential. Wow, Fume Spitter's still in here, 10th pick. It's kind of dumb. There's a Lifesmith number 2. I can't really see us playing 2 Lifesmiths. I think our best choice is just to take this Fume Spitter away so they don't blow up our mirror. I guess the guy next to us is the black player. Makes some sense, I suppose. We'll take that. Gear Grabber for the sideboard. I suppose our opponent could show us enough equipment where we might bring that in. Not going to play Heartstoker. Not going to play Replica. I think Scrap Diver would give us the most fits. So we'll take that away. So we got kind of a Metalcrafty red-green kind of deck with a Phoenix, Wormcoil Engine, Azuria's Brigade. Not bad. We only have 3 or 4 removal spells, which isn't a lot. Not as much as I would like, but you almost never have as much removal as you'd like. It looks passable. Did get a Perilous Mirror to go with our Dias. That's always nice. So that plan's working. So right now we have 22 cards. We're going to go with 17 land here. We have 3 mirror and 2 spell bombs. We might be able to pull 16 off. Don't really like to gamble like that though, especially in a 4-3-2-2 where just showing up with spells is often enough. For our 23rd card, I'm thinking Viridian Revels. There is a Gear Grabber to give us another big drop. We have a fairly nice high end right now. Unfortunately, Revels is going to be basically us having to attack and kill artifact creatures since we have very few shatters, which makes me think it might not be as good as I would like it to be. Bloodshot Trainee is not even an option as we didn't pick up that grafted exoskeleton on the way back. So yeah, it looks like Revels it is. (9-8) split. Yeah, I almost want to go 9 mountains here, just because Phoenix cost triple red the first time. I think that's what we're gonna do. I do have two Horizon spell bombs to get our forests if we need 2 for Azuria's Brigade or something. We don't have an Iron Mirror, which makes it even harder to get to triple red. So yeah, 9-8 looks fine, and that's that. See you in round 1.